One of the most common questions we hear from parents is, wait, that's it? Your baby's adjustment takes less than 15 minutes. Your child hops off the table smiling, and naturally you're wondering, how can something so gentle and so quick make a difference? It's a great question because most healthcare experiences have taught us that longer appointments mean more treatment. Longer therapy sessions, longer doctor's appointments, longer workouts. So it makes sense to assume more time equals better results. But when it comes to the nervous system, that's not necessarily how it works. A neurologically focused adjustment isn't shorter because it's doing less. It's shorter because of how powerfully the nervous system responds to precise input, and adding more would actually overwhelm an already overloaded system. So today I want to explain what actually happens during a neurologically focused chiropractic adjustment, why they're so gentle, and why what happens after the adjustment is often more important as the adjustment itself. One of the biggest misconceptions about chiropractic is that we're simply putting bones back into place. Now, bones do not just move out of alignment on their own, and muscles don't just activate on their own. What we're influencing with an adjustment is much bigger: the nervous system. Your spine helps protect one of the most important communication systems in your body. Every second of every day, your brain is sending messages throughout your body, helping regulate movement, digestion, sleep, immune function, emotional regulation, and so much more. Our goal is to help improve that communication by correcting subluxation, a three-part pattern that includes physical misalignment, joint fixation, and neurological interference between the brain and the body. Because when communication does improve, the body is better able to do what it was designed to do. Parents are often surprised by how gentle infant and pediatric adjustments are. In fact, the amount of pressure we use for a baby is often compared to checking the ripeness of a tomato or an avocado. That's because babies don't need force. Their nervous systems respond to precise, gentle input. Think about tapping one key on a piano. You don't have to hit it hard to create a sound. You simply have to press the right key. The nervous system works much the same way. It's not about more force, it's about the right input. Now, every adjustment provides the brain with new information about what's happening in the body. That information helps the brain better coordinate movement, posture, balance, muscle tone, and regulation. Because the nervous system helps coordinate so many different functions, it's not uncommon for parents to notice improvements in more than one area. Sometimes it's sleep, sometimes digestion, emotional regulation, movement. Every child is different because every nervous system is different. Another question we hear is, why aren't appointments longer? The answer is actually pretty simple. The adjustment is only one part of the process. Once the nervous system receives that gentle input, it continues processing and adapting long after you leave the office. Think of planting a seed. Planting the seed doesn't take very long, but growing the plant does. The same is true with the nervous system. The adjustment provides the input. The body does the work of adapting afterwards. That's why we don't need to keep adjusting over and over during one visit. Sometimes giving the nervous system time to respond is exactly what it needs. Now, parents also ask why we recommend coming more frequently at the beginning of care. It's because the nervous system changes through repetition. Think about learning to ride a bike or learning to play the piano. You wouldn't expect one lesson to create a lifelong skill. The brain learns through consistent, repeated experiences. The same principle applies here. Consistent care gives the nervous system repeated opportunities to adapt, reorganize, and build healthier patterns over time. If you are just getting adjusted when something is wrong or a symptom shows up, it's like using your phone just to make calls. You're missing out on all the games, pictures, health tracking, internet searches, etc. that a phone offers. You're basically just replacing medicine for an adjustment. And frequent chiropractic adjustments do much more than that. One thing that makes our office different is that we don't simply rely on symptoms to tell us how your child is doing. We use insight scans to evaluate how the nervous system is adapting to stress. These scans are gentle, safe, and non invasive. They allow us to see patterns that aren't always obvious from the outside. Now, HRV shows us how adaptable the autonomic nervous system is and reveals vagal tone. Surface EMG reveals whether a child is stuck on the gas pedal or showing fatigue patterns. And then thermal scanning shows where autonomic dysregulation is concentrated along the spine. Now, two children with the same diagnosis can show completely different scan patterns, which is why personalization happens at the neurological level and not the symptomatic one. The scans guide care planning, technique selection, and primary subluxation targeting. We don't guess, we test. Because our goal isn't just helping your child feel better, it's helping their nervous system function better as a whole. If you've ever wondered how such a gentle adjustment could make a difference, I hope today's video helped answer that question. It's not about the amount of force, and it's not about the amount of time during the visit. It's about giving the nervous system the specific input it needs to communicate more efficiently. So at Foundation of Stone Pediatric and Perinatal Family Chiropractic, we believe health starts with a strong nervous system foundation. If you'd like to learn more about how neurologically focused chiropractic care works, or whether it could help your child, we'd love to meet you. Click the link in our bio, send us a message, or schedule a consultation. Because when the nervous system functions well, children are better able to eat, sleep, poop, move, grow, and thrive the way they were designed to.